Hello, Abundant Joy community. Welcome back. And so, again, we're going to continue our daily reads. This is for the wolf pack. So, pile number one, who chose pile number one, this is going to be a reading for Tuesday, August 27th. Okay, so let's take a look at what we have here. If for some reason you did not check out the first reading, which was on Monday, where I went through each of the different animal energies that are walking with us, the wolf, the lamb, and the buffalo for this week. The idea is that you would choose a pack that you're working with for the week, and then every day you get this little brief video to give you a quick reading for that day. Okay, you can certainly choose any energy that calls to you on any given day, but if you want to kind of sort of join a pack, if you will, for the week, then we'll do different ones next week. All right, so that being said, I will also put down in the description the link to the video from Monday, etc. All right, let's get into it. So for my wolf pack, just a reminder, the wolf energy is kind of, guiding the pack, right? Keeping the family unit, whatever that family unit might be for you together. The tribe is also connected to sort of ritual and activism. All right. So for your Tuesday, what we have here in terms of what's coming up. All right, y'all. You got the Fool card. So the Fool card is telling you that it's time for you to go ahead and take the leap. So whatever it is that you're kind of considering, should I jump in? Is the water good? The water is just fine because the universe will catch you, okay? So go ahead and jump in. Take the risk. That is what the situation is. So if there's a question that you had on the top of your heart when you turn to this, that is what is coming forward. The other thing about the Fool card is you notice that she's kind of about to do this like cliff fall. You might not be clear as to where you're going to land. It may feel a little bit scary, right? But the thing about the Fool is they're doing it with sort of a playful abandon. So there's a sense of you of being able to just kind of release and allow yourself to free fall. Now, what you might not be seeing, what is kind of going on under the surface, you've got the Eight of Swords. Okay, so this is really telling you that there's a way in which you are trapping yourselves. You can see in this image here that, and this is the Light Seers deck, by the way, for this week, for today. The image of her is all tied up. She's got these crows around her, like representing sort of negative thinking going on in your head, because the swords represents mind and intellect, right? So all of that is keeping you tied up. This is how you're sort of envisioning yourself. You're trapping yourself in the gaze, but in reality, she is not tied up. She is not blindfolded. She is not surrounded by the chattering, okay? So there's a need for you to understand that underneath the surface, what might be keeping you from being able to take the risk to move forward is your own self-limiting thoughts and beliefs, okay, beloved? So allow yourself to look again in that mirror at yourself and see you for who you truly are and not who you believe you must be or have been told you are. You are not trapped. You are not held. You are free. Okay? So that's what I'm seeing underneath the surface. Now, in terms of your advice, in terms of moving forward, you've got the Hanged Man. Okay, so this is interesting because the Fool says, take a leap, jump in, just the water feels fine. The Hanged Man says, give it a bit of a pause. Take a reflection, okay? But not to stop you from moving forward. The difference that I see here is that the thing about the Hanged Man, sometimes people see that as stagnation. I see it as a pause to check in with spirit, okay? Because at that time, it's like spirit has put you in a place where you can be still enough to hear the guidance that you need to move forward, right? She's being enlightened by her higher power. She's been given a download of what steps are going to help her to move forward, okay? To move herself out of being in a place of a hanged man and into this space of moving forward. So for those of you who are looking at this pile for your Tuesday, there may be that you need to take a moment of reflection. Allow yourself of at least a few moments, if not, 20 minutes or so, of just deep reflection, meditation, to really listen to your inner guidance and to the guidance of the divine in terms of how to effectively fall forward. And then your overall guidance from the divine, you've got Ooh, look at that. You've got this beautiful eyes of the eagle rising above the fray. The deep thing about the eagle is that if you remember, eagles fly high, okay? And they only come down when they need to get done whatever they need to get done, but they come down with precision, right? When they see their prey, they've had their eye on it from way up, thousands of feet up in the sky, and they go straight for their target. But the way that they do that is that they're very watchful. They have a keen eye. They're noticing things even if they're not looking at it directly, okay? So there's a need for you, Pile 1, my wolf pack, that as you move throughout your day to be conscious, tapped into your intuition, understanding what it is that is pushing you forward and what's going on around you. Okay, so that is the guidance that I have for you. But the main thing about this eagle rising above the fray, get out of the muckety muck, do what you need to do for yourself, fall forward, and trust that the universe will catch you. You got this, okay? See you next time. Bye. Hello, Pile 2. So this is my lamb crew. And so we're looking at Tuesday, August 27th. And what is your guidance for the day? So let's get into it, okay? Just a reminder that that lamb is that beautiful, peaceful, but wise creature. Do not sleep on the lamb, okay? Because that beautiful energy is letting you be able to kind of in a calm way tap into your inner wisdom. There's an innocence and purity to the lamb, all right? So let's see what's going on with you in terms of what's going on right now. And you've got the Knight of Cups. So the Knight of Cups represents a message of love coming in. And this can be a very beautiful energy, but it also has a lightness about it. In other words, not necessarily stable, right? More of a fleeting energy with it. And so I'm really getting to be mindful of messages of love that are coming in. Receive them, feel them, but also be watchful, right? Be watchful. In terms of, you know, what may be showing up for you. Everything that glitters is not gold. I don't know why I'm saying that because, you know, oftentimes with the message of love, and we'll see how the rest of the reading gets played out, but with the message of love, it's like, oh, this is a beautiful, sweet message of love. And I do think it is that for you on this beautiful Tuesday, but I also think that there's something about the fleetingness or the lightheartedness of this message for you to be aware of as the lamb, okay? Or what, you know, walking with the lamb energy. All right, now what you may not be seeing, maybe this will help me understand the messages that I'm getting. Wow, okay, the Hierophant. The Hierophant represents an awakening, okay? It's about lessons, a guide. So some of you may have recently had some lessons, if you will, within messages of love, okay? And I feel like what's going on underneath the surface is that you have had awakening of some kind and you are seeing things more clearly than you have in the past. And so this is a reminder to tap into the recent lessons and the guides. It says, literally says, I am my own guru, okay? I am my own guru. And I listen to my messages from the divine. Like I am very clear on what those messages are. Do not allow any messages of love to come in and cause any confusion that knocks you off of your swivel. Receive it with grace and love and do what you need to do to move forward, all right? So what I'm seeing here is that underneath the surface, what you may not be fully tapped into is that you are going through a bit of an awakening underneath the surface. So just pay attention to how you feel if you get any heart-centered messages coming in. And this could be in the form of relationship, or this could be in the form of your job, a coworker, a boss, anything like that, a project. You know, it could come, you know, they could come with a lot of flowers, right? It could come with a lot of flowers, but make sure those flowers really smell good and they don't die after a couple of days. You know what I'm saying? So this is what I'm saying, just to be mindful of it. Receive it with grace and gratitude, but be mindful of your own internal knowledge and knowing that's come from a recent awakening that you've had, okay? Now your advice is Look at that. So your advice is the Page of Pentacles. The Page of Pentacles comes with an understanding that a new, beautiful beginning and opportunity is going to be opening up for you. And the other thing that it says is for you to keep a curiosity mindset, that of a student, right? That who kind of has their eyes open. So don't make any rash, quick decisions based on any sort of messages that are coming in or any of that. You make your decisions based on your heart-centered awareness and recent lessons that you've had that allow you to connect to your inner light and to that of the divine, okay? But you carry with you an attitude of the student, because the Page of Pentacles also brings the message that there is a beautiful new a more solid beginning to a project, endeavor, opportunity that is coming up for you, okay? So that's what I'm seeing. And then your final guidance from the divine, crown games. Right use of power. Now this is really deep because this is an 8, and then 8s often represent sort of movement, regeneration of some kind. Like that I'm really getting the lesson for the message for you all, that you all are incorporating a recent deeper lesson that you have gotten from tapping into your inner wisdom or your connection with the divine, okay? The crown games talks about, to those much has been given, much is required. And it talks about, that everybody is kind of in this game of power. And what you need to be conscious of is how you're using your power. And if you are using your power with compassion and kindness, you can tap into your source of divinity to have guidance on how best to carry your crown, how best to carry your power. Do not let the power of others around you to influence how you carry your own power, okay? Because you have a beautiful, beautiful crown, okay, Pile 2, all my lamb crew. So it's important for you to be really listening to how to carry your power and your leadership. There is such thing as compassionate leadership. There is such thing as kind leadership. So hopefully that makes sense to you. And I'm so excited to have you here with the Abundant Joy. If you're liking the readings that you're seeing here, please go ahead and hit that thumbs up for me. Subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you next time. We'll be talking about Wednesday coming up for my lamb crew. But today, have a great Tuesday. Bye-bye. Hello, welcome back to the Abundant Joy Tarot. This is for my Buffalo crew for Tuesday, August 27th. So we're going to jump into your reading quickly and see what might be in store for you for this beautiful day. If you were unable to catch the first video on Monday, I will go ahead and put a link to that in the description. But kind of the idea is that you would pick the animal energy for this week and then kind of follow that crew throughout the week. And I'm going to do these little short readings, daily readings for each one in that crew. That's why Pile 3 has got the buffalo, and Pile 3 had the buffalo for Monday as well, etc. So, but you can certainly choose any animal energy that calls to you. It's, let your spirit and your intuition be your guide. But just trying something new to see how people resonate with it. If you like what you're seeing here, please go ahead and hit that thumbs up for me, and go ahead and subscribe to the channel so I can continue to grow. I would appreciate it. And with that, let's jump into your reading, my Buffalo crew. So reminder for the Buffaloes, the Buffalo energy that's walking with you that you've chosen this week is grounded, yet heavenly, practical, yet spiritual. So my Buffaloes tend to have that really deep, grounded energy, solid and sturdy, but wise and connected to divinity, right? So let's see what's going on for you, okay? And what we've got here is, ooh, what's going on, my Buffalo spirits? Okay. You got the Nine of Swords. So the Nine of Swords is, there's no other way to look at it except for it's kind of a tortured card. It's like a self-tortured card. Remember that swords represent your intellect or your thinking, okay? So when the Nine of Swords comes up, you can see here that she is just in anguish. We've got this little petal here reminding us that she's probably not getting that much sleep. Whether you're he or she, you're not getting that much sleep because your anxiety is affecting you about either a certain situation or just life in general. But there's a need for you to pay attention that the divine is trying to get through, but it's having trouble getting through all of the negative thoughts and thinking that's holding you up. You're finding yourself in a little bit of a repetitive cycle around negative things. And it's important for you to be able to break that cycle and get out of it. All right. Because that is hindering you from being able to move forward in your life in some way. So this is what I'm seeing is the situation going on. Now, what you might not be aware of, what's going on underneath the surface is the King of Cups. Whew, okay, pile 3. This is saying that you have the power. You are balanced in more ways than you know that you are. You have the emotional fortitude, the emotional intelligence, the emotional balance to be able to move through the other side of whatever this is that you feel like is holding you up in some way. And the way to get out of this mental torment that you're finding yourself in with all of this anxiety and negative thoughts is to tap into your heart space. You see his chakra is opening up wide there, connecting with the divine. The cups represent emotions, that inner world that we have. And you are showing up here as the King of Cups. He's in your court, okay? So the King of Cups is the ultimate in terms of balancing the emotions. So it's important for you to really tap into that energy and allow yourself to have more balance. Because I think part of what's happening for some of you all in this pile is that you're not only dealing with your own anxiety, your own emotions, but you are also very sensitive types and are picking up the emotions of others around you. But I'm here to tell you that you have the power and the tools to be able to navigate these emotions effectively and pull yourself out with the help of your higher power to pull yourself out of this place of self-torment, all right? And that's the very first step that you need to do, is to just tap into your emotional space and look for the balance. Seek the balance there. Now, in terms of what action do you need to take, or kind of what is the outcome? How do you need to move forward, all right? You've got, look at that powerful card. You've got the Chariot card. So this is about movement, taking action, pile 3. It is not time for you to lay down and continue to wallow in your negative thoughts or your patterns, your limiting beliefs, because sometimes it's not necessarily our thoughts are negative. It's that we are surrendering to those negative thoughts. Do not surrender. Pile 3. Do not surrender to those negative thoughts. Those thoughts are just something outside of you. They are not you. They do not represent what is possible for you. They do not represent who you are as a soul and a spirit. So allow yourself to step away from those and step fully into this beautiful Chariot energy. The Chariot is about taking whatever lessons we have learned, merging what we have learned about our own shadow self and our own light body self, and putting those things together and taking those lessons and moving ourselves forward, full force, full speed ahead towards success. Okay. So this is about claiming your success, by taking action. So your advice, pile 3, for this Tuesday, August 27th, is to get out there and take actions towards your dreams, all right? Because you have the tools and the capacity to be able to do that. Now, your guidance from the divine, the Magician's Sword, and if that is not confirmation of what I was just saying, confidence in your own magic. Confidence in your own magic. I'm going to read some of this to you all from the actual oracle. This is from the Shaman's Dream Oracle. Okay, but the Magician's Sword, what we need to know about the Magician's Sword, is that it is not a weapon, it is a tool. And you need to use it to leverage yourself, to cut out the things that are no longer serving you in your life. Cut out the things that are causing you anxiety or stress or keeping you up at night. Use it with precision, okay? And cut those things out and be able to move forward. That could be people. It could be ideas. It could be a project or a job. But whatever it is that is keeping you in a space of self-torture, it is time for it to go. Confidence in your magic. Nothing can stop you. The beauty you seek. The Magician's Sword. When the Magician's Sword appears, you are called to cut the cords. That's what I was just saying. Cut the cords that bind you to old thought forms and beliefs, or to friends who are not true. With the power of the Magician's Sword, nothing can stop you, hurt you, or turn you away from the beauty you seek or the goal you desire with all of your heart. And the reason why we get into this space is because we're being stopped from doing that which is our heart's desire. You got to listen. You got to listen to your heart's desire, Pile 3. Find the stuck places where you are kept tethered to a toxic person, a particular location, or a faulty thought or belief, and let the blade do its magic. You have a large endowment of magic available to you when you believe in miracles. Okay? You got to start believing, Pile 3, because you're walking with the buffalo spirit, sturdy, wise, spiritual. When the sword appears, it is time to get moving. It is not a tool for contemplation, for gazing at the finely polished edge. It is an instrument calling for decisive action. And remember, the sword is alive with a wisdom you can summon to help you find the best course of action. Do not hesitate, Pile 3. It's time to act. Okay? So this is your guidance for Tuesday. And I thank you so much for joining the Abundant Joy Tarot. If you like what you're hearing, please hit that thumbs up for me. Go ahead and subscribe. And I'll hopefully see you tomorrow for Wednesday. Alrighty. Bye.